Welcome to online class, subject English second paper, class 8, presented by me, Farhana Soheli, assistant teacher English, Collectorate School and College, Rangpur. Dear students, how are you? I hope that you are hale and hearty by the grace of Almighty Allah and going well with your studies. Today I am going to discuss on articles. For your better understanding, I have completed my today's lesson in two parts. I will talk about article part 1 today. But before that, I would like to say something to you. I know that you have some ideas on articles because you learned about it in your previous classes, but I think the uses of articles are somewhat confusing. Still, some of the students don't know where they need to use articles and where they don't need to use. However, good command over articles will improve your speaking and writing skills in English. Okay, I hope to make it more clear to you to understand. Let's get started my today's lesson. At the end of the lesson, we will be able to learn the definition of articles, kinds of articles, and when to use a and an. What are articles? Dear students, if I ask someone of you what are articles, you will simply say a, an, and the are called articles. A is used before a word which starts with a consonant letter and consonant sound, and an is used before a word which starts with a vowel letter and also with vowel sound. Yes, you are right, but this is not enough to make it clear to understand. Let's learn more about it. The word article is a French word. It comes from the word articulus and it also comes from Latin language. The word article means a little joint. Let's look into the definition of articles. Articles are words used to modify a noun which is a person, place, object or idea. Articles function as adjectives in a sentence. Articles define whether a noun is used in a specific context or in general context. There are three articles in English: a, an, and the. These articles are categorized into different types based on their uses. So we can say there are two types of articles that we use in writing and conversation to point out or refer to a noun or group of nouns: indefinite article and definite article. What is indefinite article? A and an are called the indefinite article because they are used to indicate something unspecific. What is definite article? The definite article is the word the. It is used before a noun to define it as something specific. So dear students, we have already learned there are two kinds of articles: indefinite article, definite article. A and an comes in indefinite article and the comes in definite article. Indefinite article doesn't show any uniqueness or specific things. Instead, it shows that the things are being shown in general context. But the definite article shows the uniqueness or specific things. Let's look into an example to understand it better. Suppose there is a group of apples in front of you and you are given a choice to eat one of them. If you want to eat any one from it, then what you will say? You will say, I want to eat an apple from the group of apple. If you want to eat a specific apple from a group of apple, let's say the first one. You will say, I want to eat the apple which is at first position from the group of apple. You can notice here that how we use the for pointing specific apple and an for generalized apple. You can also notice here that we have used an and not a for pointing apple in general context. Let's understand why we use an instead of a and how to decide when to use a or an. Basically, there are 26 letters in English. Out of these, 5 are vowels. The vowels are A, E, I, O, U. And the rest 21 consonants are B, C, D, F, G, H, J, K, L, M, N, P, Q, R, S, T, V, W, X, Y, Z. If a word is beginning with vowel sound, N is used, and if a word is beginning with consonant sound, A is used. Please note, you have to check the vowel sounds and the consonant sounds. Let's look into examples where we use N before a word. Just for example, an ant, an enemy, an ice cream. All the words start with vowel letters and also with vowel sound. So, an is used before the words. But notice the word hour. As A's is silent here and hour starts with a vowel sound, so an is used before the word hour. Let's look into another example where we use a before a word. For example, a boy, a woman, a horse. All the words start with consonant sound, so a is used before the words. Let's look into the words which start with the vowel letters but the starting sound is of consonant. For example, a European, a university, etc. These all letters start with consonant sound and so a is used here before the words. The indefinite article. Some important uses of indefinite article a and an. Number 1. Generalizing a or an. A or an is sometimes used before a noun to indicate a class as a whole. For example, a son should obey his parents. An ant is an industrious creature. Number 2. A or an is used before an unknown name or surname. For example, Mr. Ahmed came to see me. Mr. Shane came here to collect the news. Please note down the point. As we use a before Mr. Bosch and Mr. Shane, that means they are unknown to the speaker. You can also notice here that Mr. Bosch and Mr. Shane without a or an implies that the speaker knows them. Number 3. A is used as a disguised preposition. For example, he went a hunting, on hunting. I get 6,000 rupees per month. Sometimes a is used instead of disguised preposition. Here a denotes on. Number 4. A or an are also used in a number of phrases. For example, in a temper, in a hurry, in a body, etc. Dear students, you can notice here that sometimes we use these types of phrases in a sentence. For instance, I am in a hurry. 5. A is sometimes used to mean a single or any. For example, there was not a man to support him, though no one spoke a word against him openly. Here, A is used to indicate not a single person or not anyone to support him. 6. A or an is sometimes used in the sense of one like, to make a proper noun a common noun. For example, he thinks he is a nose rule. 7. A is also used before some determiners like few, little, lot of, and sometimes A or an is used after many, etc. For example, there is a little water in the pond. Many a man has promised to make changes. We can also say few apples, little water, but such constructions convey different meaning. They will mean not many, not much. But really a few and a little mean not many and not much. Without article, few and little mean almost nil. Number 8. A or an are also used in certain exclamatory sentences beginning with what. For example, what a pity, what a thing to say, etc. 9. An is used before a vowel and consonant beginning with a vowel sound. For example, Tanvir is an idiot, Rehnuma is an honest girl. For the first example, an is used before the word idiot because the word idiot starts with vowel letters and also with vowel sound. For the next example, notice the word honest, as ace is silent here and the word honest starts with vowel sound, so an is used before that word. Number 10. A is used before the superlative most when it means very. For example, he enjoyed a most wonderful sight. That's why we can say when the superlative most means very, A is used instead of the before that. It's time for homework. Fill in the blanks using A or an. A. Mr. Bosch thinks himself dash kids. B. I am going to pick dash apple. C. My younger sister is dash university student. D. Mrs. Smith is dash honorable lady. E. Can you give me dash envelope please? Dear students, do the homework and submit the homework to me when the school will reopen. That's all for today's lesson. Dear students, I would like to just remind you that you are JSC examinee. You don't have enough time for the exam. Though we are going through a very tough time, hope to overcome this restless situation very soon. So don't waste your time anymore. Research shows that the better your nutrition, the better your brain function. And the better your brain function, the better your performance in your study. Try your best to utilize your time properly and also utilize your leisure time creating something new. Hope to continue the latter part of article part 2 in my next class. Stay home and keep safe. Thank you all.